2:32 Eastern Standard Time in the United States of America. Okay, so most people are at work. So I doubt there are going to be that many people popping on here. But I just wanted a little FYI. I'm in the school line, to get my grandbaby. And first of all, why do you people speed in the school line? It's not an appropriate place to speed. And the amount of time that I know for me, the amount of time I have spent in a school line is vast. I have waited for my daughter, for my son, and now my granddaughter every day that they've been in school. Uh, and so, what do you do? What do you do in this amount of time? Because if you got two choices, you can come early and wait in the school line, which is what I tend to do, or you can go later, and that makes the child have to wait. Well, if I'll go later and make the child wait, that also makes me not getting back home to have supper and all this kind of stuff because we eat real early till later. So I like to do it early and be here when they get out and go home. Also, I think the traffic's less. But what do you do in the car? Well, I am a miraculous person when it comes to how to entertain myself in the car. I embroider, I read my scriptures, I read my books, I talk on the telephone, and now I YouTube. So I can entertain myself pretty well. Uh, I have done crossword puzzles, I have done word search puzzles, all kinds of things you can do to entertain yourself. Now, with the internet and the ability to go on and look up anything, trips, well, you're on the YouTube right now. Go on there and find a new skill, learn something historical, learn something that you just didn't know before. Don't waste the time just idly sitting and staring out the window. Now, I've done that too, because sometimes, you just get in your own world, and that's okay. You can be in your own world. Uh, Bird watching, all kinds of different things. But use your time valuably. We only get so much. And as I'm aging, I realize, hello, sweetie, how you doing? I can't see without my glasses. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I don't want to offend you, but hello. Um, but anyway, so it's one of those things where um, your time is a much more valuable thing than you might ever want to admit. I am just fine and dandy, just doing my thing. So beware. I gotta move this seat back a little bit. Beware of your time. When you share your time, share it with those who really matter. And that can be even on the YouTube or in your own home at your religious worship houses, uh, wherever in life you go, you've got to be aware that you are sharing the most valuable thing anybody has, which is time. And so that's just one of those things that I just think about sometimes. I know that for me, hello, Grizzly Warrior, how are you today? I personally am doing great. It is 90 degrees and it's sprinkling. But this is all we get from that Hurricane Aaron. I'm a happy camper. I did kind of want to get in the swimming pool today, but if I can't, I can't. That's fine too. I don't want to spoil my weekend because, we're going on a trip. But, if it don't tear anything up and don't blow down the house, I'm pretty happy. I think we're having hamburgers tonight for supper. What are y'all having for supper tonight? I don't cook the hamburgers myself. My husband does that. I just have to chop up all the stuff they like to have on theirs. But I don't eat all that. So, anyway, back to what I was saying about the fact that our time is so precious. You know, when you see children, particularly children, and they grow so fast. Oh, merciful heavens, they do grow fast. Um, or your pet, you know, a puppy. Good Lord, have mercy, kittens, all those kind of things. I'm trying to see if I can see the chat better on my phone rather than on my tablet, which you're on my tablet right now. Just giving y'all a FYI of that. But so anyway, the time is so valuable. If I take away my time that I was going, time, my topic is time, and that when you have a enormous amount, good afternoon, when you have an enormous amount of time where you're not doing anything, uh, or if you're thinking, if you're contemplating, if you're evaluating, that sometimes can be time well spent. Um, but there again, we've only got this much. In truth, we have this much. So we only have this much time to influence our children, our grandchildren, our friends, our family. And so, hello, Chad. Hello. Hello, Grizzly. But so we want to make good use of your time. That that's just the way I feel about it, and I guess maybe that's because I am getting older. Um, but I think you know how some people are old souls, and then some people are brand spanking new. And I think the people who are brand spanking new may not realize the value of their time. And those who are old souls, who walk slowly through life and methodically kind of take each step and do every chore with a purpose, with a goal. That's old soul. The people, they knew souls. They just starting out. But there could be children who are old soul children. And then there can be full grown adults that they still new souls. They still flipperty gibbets. I'm still looking for us on this here YouTube on my phone. Good Lord have mercy. Oh, well, good Lord. But anyway, so, because I don't know how to get this chat to stay up on my phone. Oh, my hair, good Lord. I'm still trying to figure out how I want my hair cut, by the way, in case anybody has any. Oh, there we are. If anybody has any suggestions on that. Yeah, I think that probably, like, my mother was probably an old soul. My sister definitely. But my daughter not so much. I'm not sure about my son. Even though he's 26, I don't know. So anyway, don't waste time. Don't I mean, it's fine to waste time, but don't waste your life away, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know, it's easy enough to do because especially now with the television and all these other influences out there, it is easy enough to just waste time. I mean, I've got to waste time sitting in the schoolhouse waiting on the grandbaby. But you can still do stuff. Finding joy. Hello, sweetie. The I talked to Matthew Radar's Bush Camp just a little while ago. He went fishing this morning. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. Some of you, I'm sure, did. But he did make it back home. He's going to take a nap now. There's no reason to ever bash yourself about time that you've wasted, because you can't get it back. So don't bash yourself for that. You need to embrace it for what it is. Take the lessons that you've learned from that and push forward. We've all, if you've lived more than 40 years, you've had some difficulties somewhere in there. You've had some strife somewhere in there. You've had some situations that, mentally, physically, what have you, have been trying and so forth. So you don't bash yourself in from those things. You just can't. You have to just, each day, each moment is a true gift, and you make the best of it. And quite honestly, at you know, in the morning it may not be your time. You might be a nighttime person, but everybody you know's on the opposite schedule. So you've got to embrace your time and don't feel guilty about things that are not in your control. I'm not in control of my children, so I can't feel guilty about something that they do. Now, do I feel badly about something that they might do? Of course. But it's not my fault. It's not my action. Now if it's something I've done, I got to be I got to take that on me. But that don't mean that defines me. It does not define me. It's a layer of me. That's all. Just a layer of me, not a definition of me. And if you met me, yes, exactly, Joy. If you met me at certain time frames in my life, you just might have a different opinion. You know, I've pretty much been the same my whole life, but there have been moments that you're a different person, and you're a different person with different people. The person that I am with my mama, say, I'm my mama's child. Her perception of me is totally and completely different than, say, my husband's or my other family members or friends. So I think that what we need to do is not beat ourselves up about our past, but just continue to make good decisions. Be alert to when you're making a bad decision, or be alert to the fact that how are you using your time? Is it a good or is it a bad? Is it a gray area? Sometimes there's gray areas. And when we have a gray area, we got to really stop and look at it. Reflection's a wonderful thing. You can learn a lot about yourself, your relationships, other people by reflection. The thing that kills friendship is maybe expectations that we put on those friendships. And sometimes different levels of your friendship, different times of your friendship, they have different effects. And, if you have a dear friend or husband, child, whatever, and they really, really, really need you at that particular moment, you need to be all in. You need to go full forward and be there for them. They don't always need you. Nobody need everybody all the time. Or they shouldn't, at any rate. You should be able to stand within yourself Be comfortable within yourself. You know, I don't like being fat, but you know what? Overall, I'm a pretty happy person. Overall, I know I have a good life. I know I'm blessed. Do I have everything I've ever dreamed of? No. Do I have everything I've ever wanted? No. Am I happy? Am I content? Am I blessed? Yes. Beyond belief. I'm even, some would say, spoiled. And I agree. Now, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I've worked pretty hard for some of this stuff. It don't just fall into your lap. Um, you have to uh, you have to be really, really vested into what you want your future to hold, what you want your future to be, uh, and you work towards it. And that can be a job, a situation, the person you are, the person you associate with, all of those things. Um, so it's so hard for some people. They just kind of drown themselves in the misery of life, and you can't. You cannot drown yourself in the misery of life. Yes, we all have bad days. We all have bad situations. Uh, but you have to strive to overcome them, and it's not always easy. There are things that happen in each and every person's life that are difficult. And there's also things that happen in each and every person's life that are extremely joyful. So don't resent somebody, don't pity somebody. You can feel sorry for somebody, but oh, good Lord, there goes a big old tractor right there. I hope it's not bothering y'all because it's kind of noisy. But at any rate, you now this is just my own personal perspective, and I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not. You know what I am? I'm a 62-year-old woman who's lived a very interesting life and who strives to be the best person I can be. That's who I am. Um, so with all of that, given all of that in my situation, yes, you could look and you could look at my world and go, oh well, what's she have to complain about, or what she, you know, well I don't. Truth is, I got little things that you know, but life is a blessing. Time is a blessing. Your situation, in many, 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 many ways, is a blessing. Now, if you're going through a particularly difficult time, I'm sorry. Truly. Because I know what that feels like. It's heart wrenching, it's heartbreaking. Uh, I have, yeah, I've slept in my car because I did not have any place else to go. Now, I was very young at the time. Oh, Lord, and it was a Volkswagen Bug. Not a lot of space in a Bug. But I was blessed at the time. And I know that sounds silly to say, oh, you lived in your car, but you were blessed. Well, yeah, I was. Because where I worked, I could eat for free and I could take a shower for free. So I could have one meal a day and I could still take a shower. So that, I was blessed with that. And, I was able to save my money, and I lived, okay, now don't laugh, but I lived in a tool shed for a while. And I made it a cute, I'm not, honey, you won't talk about little houses. This was before them little houses was even a thing. And I fixed that little thing up. It looked like a little dollhouse. It was the cutest little thing. And very inexpensive for me to live there. I had a time when I didn't have a vehicle. I had to ride a bicycle. I had to ride a bicycle to work, and I was thankful to have the bicycle, to be quite honest. So Yes, I've had issues. I've had people die that were important to me. Um, Life's not always easy, and from the outside looking in, you you don't know. So you don't judge people. You help them when you can, and if you give them your time, I hope they appreciate it because I appreciate the time that you all spend with me. And I appreciate the time when my friends or my family are with me or call me or just think about me, even because time is very fleeting and very, very valuable. All right, I got to go here soon. Oh, see, find and joy. You know what I'm talking about. Um, when you are homeless, it puts a new perspective on a lot of things, and it gives you a gratitude that is just when you start getting blessed with things, your gratitude is like, or it should be. Now it's not always. It should be just off the chart because you know what the other side is really like. So anyway, I've got to go because this line is gonna move here because it moves at 3 o'clock every day. But can y'all imagine how much gas is being wasted? Because it's hot, so I ain't turning this car off. Because I'm not gonna be without my air conditioner. It's still 90 degrees. But can you imagine how much? This is not necessarily good for the earth, but I'm gonna keep running it. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy life, enjoy your time. Joy, thank you so much. And I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye, sweetheart. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Bye bye. Now, if I can figure out how to turn it off. Oh, Lord, have mercy on when I turn it off.